Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most secretive and powerful weapons in modern military history, the Jericho Missile series, Israel's silent yet formidable nuclear deterrent. For decades, these missiles have remained shrouded in mystery, rarely mentioned officially, but always present in global strategic discussions. They represent the invisible shield that guarantees Israel's survival in one of the world's most volatile regions. In this video, we'll uncover the evolution, capability, and hidden power of the Jericho missile system, and why it's often referred to as the backbone of Israel's nuclear deterrent. The Jericho missile program began in the 1960s, born from Israel's recognition that it needed a long-range strike capability independent of any foreign power. Surrounded by hostile nations and constantly under threat, Israel understood early on that deterrence was not just a military concept, it was a necessity for existence. The name Jericho itself reflects biblical strength, symbolizing a weapon designed to protect Israel through strategic balance rather than open aggression. The story of the Jericho missile starts with Jericho I, developed with French assistance in the early 1960s. France at that time was one of Israel's key military partners. The missile was short-range, with an estimated range of about 500 kilometers, capable of carrying a payload of around 500 to 1,000 kilograms. While the details were never publicly confirmed, it's widely believed that Jericho I could be equipped with either a conventional or a nuclear warhead. This early collaboration marked the foundation of Israel's independent missile capability, and it established the technological groundwork for the far more advanced Jericho systems that would follow. Jericho I was primarily designed as a tactical deterrent against neighboring states. In the tense geopolitical climate of the Middle East after Israel's founding, the message was clear: any existential threat to Israel would come at an unacceptable cost. The missile was not about first strike capability, but about survivability, ensuring that even if Israel were attacked, it could strike back decisively. This philosophy became known as the Samson option. The idea that Israel would never allow itself to be destroyed without retaliating with full force. By the 1970s, Israel began working on the Jericho II missile, a far more sophisticated system with extended range and enhanced payload capacity. This marked Israel's transition from a regional deterrent to a strategic one. Jericho II is believed to have a range between 1,500 and 3,500 kilometers, capable of reaching targets well beyond the Middle East. With this development, Israel entered the realm of medium-range ballistic missile powers, capable of striking targets across North Africa, Eastern Europe, and parts of Asia. The Jericho II represented not just a leap in range, but also in technology. Its guidance system was reportedly more accurate, utilizing inertial navigation that could be updated with satellite or radar correction. It could carry a warhead weighing up to 1,000 kilograms, potentially including a nuclear payload. Reports suggested that it was deployed in hardened silos and mobile launch platforms, giving Israel flexibility and survivability in the event of a surprise attack. The world took notice, but Israel remained silent, adhering to its long-standing policy of nuclear ambiguity, neither confirming nor denying its nuclear arsenal. This silence was not weakness, it was strategy. By refusing to confirm its nuclear capabilities, Israel avoided direct confrontation with international powers while maintaining a credible deterrent. Everyone knew but no one could officially act. The ambiguity itself became a powerful psychological weapon, reinforcing deterrence through uncertainty. The next major evolution came with the Jericho III missile, which pushed Israel's strategic reach to intercontinental levels. First tested publicly around 2008, the Jericho III marked Israel's entry into the elite group of nations possessing long-range ballistic missile technology. Though official data remains classified, most defense analysts estimate its range to be between 4,800 and 6,500 kilometers, with some suggesting it could reach as far as 11,000 kilometers depending on the payload. This means that the Jericho III could theoretically reach almost any target in the Middle East, Asia, Africa, and parts of Europe, a massive leap from its predecessors. The Jericho III is believed to be a 2 or 3 stage solid-fuel missile, which gives it rapid launch capability and reduced maintenance compared to liquid-fueled systems. Solid fuel allows for long-term storage and near-instant readiness, which is vital for a second-strike deterrent. This means that even if Israel were attacked first, its missiles could be launched quickly from hidden or mobile sites, ensuring retaliation. Reports suggest that the Jericho III is stored in hardened silos and underground bases, possibly in central Israel. These locations are heavily fortified and designed to survive even a nuclear first strike. Combined with Israel's advanced air defense systems like the Arrow and Iron Dome, the Jericho missiles form a multi-layered defense network, one that ensures both protection and the ability to respond decisively. But what makes the Jericho missiles truly strategic is not just their range or payload, but their role within Israel's broader nuclear triad. While Israel does not officially confirm having nuclear weapons, multiple independent analyses indicate that it possesses several dozen to possibly over 100 nuclear warheads. These are believed to be deployable through aircraft, submarines, and ballistic missiles, giving Israel land, air, and sea-based nuclear strike options. The Jericho missile represents the land-based leg of this triad, providing immediate and reliable response capability. The second leg comes from Israel's fleet of Dolphin-class submarines, built in Germany and reportedly modified to carry nuclear-capable cruise missiles. These submarines provide the ultimate guarantee of deterrence, a hidden, mobile force that could retaliate even if Israel's land bases were destroyed. Meanwhile, the third leg air delivery is believed to involve modified fighter aircraft capable of carrying nuclear bombs. Together, these three components create a robust and survivable deterrent architecture. What makes Israel's strategy unique is its commitment to ambiguity. The country never declares its nuclear status, yet it behaves as a responsible steward of nuclear capability. There are no public tests, no threatening rhetoric, and no nuclear brinkmanship. Instead, the deterrent is quiet, deliberate, and deeply strategic, ensuring survival through strength, not aggression. The Jericho missile is the heart of that philosophy. Throughout history, Israel has faced existential threats from multiple fronts: wars in 1948, 1967, and 1973, along with constant regional hostilities. Each conflict reinforced the lesson that Israel must always be prepared to defend itself independently. The Jericho program evolved alongside these threats, growing more sophisticated with every decade. When diplomacy failed, deterrence remained. The secrecy surrounding the Jericho missile, also serves another purpose: it prevents escalation. By not revealing exact details, Israel denies potential adversaries the information they'd need to plan around its capabilities. In modern warfare, knowledge is power. Uncertainty, therefore, becomes a form of defense. Beyond its military significance, the Jericho missile program showcases Israel's technological ingenuity. Developing intercontinental ballistic technology requires mastery in propulsion, guidance, materials engineering, and systems integration. Despite being a small nation, Israel achieved what only superpowers like the United States, Russia, and China had done before. It proved that necessity drives innovation, and that survival can produce unparalleled technological excellence. There's also a political dimension. Israel's nuclear deterrent, anchored by the Jericho missiles, shapes regional and international relations. It provides strategic stability in an otherwise unstable region. Adversaries understand that any attempt to annihilate Israel would be suicidal. This balance of terror, though unsettling, has prevented large-scale wars in the Middle East since 1973. The very existence of the Jericho system, even unacknowledged, changes the calculations of every potential aggressor. While much of the information surrounding Jericho missiles remains speculative, the few publicized tests have demonstrated Israel's advanced missile capability. In 2008, 2011, and 2013, long-range missile tests from the Palmachim Air Base made global headlines. Observers concluded that these were Jericho III launches, confirming the existence of a credible intercontinental deterrent. Each test reaffirmed that Israel's strategic reach was not theoretical, it was real. Today, defense analysts believe that Israel may already be working on a next-generation Jericho IV system. While unconfirmed, it's speculated that this could be a multi-stage missile with improved accuracy, longer range, and enhanced payload flexibility. Some suggest it could even serve as a potential space launch vehicle, blurring the line between military and civilian technology. Israel's Shavit space launcher, after all, shares many design features with the Jericho missile, proving how the same technology can serve both defense and exploration. The significance of the Jericho missiles extends beyond Israel's borders. Their existence contributes to regional deterrence dynamics, influencing the defense postures of Iran, Egypt, and even major powers like Russia and the United States. For allies, it provides confidence that Israel can defend itself without constant foreign intervention. For adversaries, it serves as a stark reminder that aggression would come at an unbearable cost. The Jericho program also highlights Israel's doctrine of no second Holocaust. It's more than a slogan, it's a national philosophy that underpins every major defense initiative. The Jericho missile ensures that Israel will always have the means to defend its people and prevent annihilation. This existential determination is what gives the missile program its emotional and strategic weight. Interestingly, Israel's nuclear deterrent has also acted as a stabilizing force in the broader Middle East. While conventional wars have occurred, nuclear conflict has been avoided. The balance created by Israel's unspoken capabilities may have prevented escalation in numerous crises. It's a paradox, a weapon designed never to be used, yet essential to maintaining peace. From a technological perspective, the Jericho missiles represent decades of evolution in propulsion, guidance, and survivability. Each generation has refined Israel's deterrent capability while maintaining operational secrecy. The transition from Jericho I's shore-range liquid-fueled system to Jericho III's solid-fuel intercontinental design is a testament to Israel's defense innovation. Despite the secrecy, these missiles are widely regarded among the most reliable and survivable deterrent systems in the world. Critics may argue about nuclear proliferation and the dangers of ambiguity, but in Israel's case, the policy has arguably prevented greater instability. The nation's restraint avoiding tests, refraining from public threats, and limiting its arsenal to deterrent purposes sets it apart from other nuclear powers. Israel's deterrent posture is defensive, not expansionist. Its purpose is survival, not domination. When examining the Jericho missile, one must also consider the broader context of Israel's security doctrine. Surrounded by nations that have repeatedly questioned its legitimacy, Israel relies on deterrence not out of aggression, but necessity. Every weapon in its arsenal, from the Iron Dome to the Jericho missile, serves the same goal: ensuring that the Jewish state endures. The Jericho program is not about warfighting, it's about preventing war altogether. It's a silent force that speaks through its mere existence, and in the unpredictable chessboard of Middle Eastern geopolitics, that silence is sometimes louder than any declaration. As of today, the Jericho missile remains one of the least discussed, yet most consequential weapons systems in the world. It's rarely shown, never boasted about, and often denied, but its shadow looms large in every discussion about Israel's defense. It embodies the paradox of power, strength without display, capability without aggression. In the end, the Jericho missile is not just a weapon, it's a statement. A statement that Israel will always retain the power to defend itself, that it will never again depend solely on the promises of others, and that it will ensure its survival through its own strength and innovation. It is, indeed, the silent backbone of Israel's nuclear deterrent, a weapon designed never to be used, yet essential to peace. And as technology advances and the world becomes more unpredictable, the quiet strength of systems like the Jericho will continue to shape the balance of power for generations to come. And that's the story behind Israel's Jericho missiles, a legacy of secrecy, strength, and survival that defines one of the most sophisticated deterrent programs in modern history.